For most young people, an Operation Raleigh expedition is a chance to live and work with remote communities all over the world. An adventure to develop individual potential and learn to overcome the impossible. For a few, it provides an opportunity to make a film. This week's film, shot by students at the National Film and Television School, is set in Southern Chile.
Okay, let's keep it moving. Keep it moving. Come on, let's get it aboard.
To be honest, I never thought of myself as an expedition type. And then I heard about Operation Raleigh from this bloke in the works canteen. And I thought, great, 3 months off work. Mind you, I didn't fully realise what it was all about until I got to the first briefing in London. And then they started going on about young people needing the challenges of war in peace, sort of developing leadership potential and all that sort of thing. But what the hell? It makes you feel really great. I'm going right down to the bottom of South America. John Francis McGlade, age 21. Occupation, signal engineer for London Underground. Expedition, Southern Chile. It's taken us 4 days to travel about 1,000 miles from Santiago. The expedition has been split up into 6 patrols. I'm in Patrol 5. There's 18 of us. Our base camp is in the glacial valley of Quillat. Only 500 years ago, this whole area was glacial, but now there's just one left, 3,000 feet above our base camp. And this is our task here, to find a route up to that glacier. A survival expert from the American Marines is running our patrol.
No, there are 2 groups now. Okay, Jim is no longer in charge of the entire group. We now have...
Do you want an overall?
I don't see the usefulness because we've got a gold group and a blue group.
We've got a leader for each group. We've got specialists as advisors, and that's all we need.
We've split ourselves up into 2 groups called the blue group and the gold group. Everyone in the gold group wants to be leader, but it's ended up with Jonathan. He's the geezer in the Panama hat. No one in the blue group wants to be leader, so somehow the task has fallen on my shoulders. And then we're just split off into 2 groups.
Why did that come up? Tell me what that was about.
That came up because
we've decided we're just totally disjointed,
and there's a few people belly aching, and there's a bad feeling in the group generally.
If we had a decent leadership
do you think we're not jumping the gun a bit here?
We would have made the decisions in the first place, and we would have known what was going on.
So we've got to start doing more delegation, more control, and working more through your leaders or whatever you want to call you.
Alright, yeah.
Fine.
Do you not think we'd do better that as all of us, or do you think it's too many voices?
Too many voices.
Too many voices,
right,
and we're 2 separate entities anyway, as from tomorrow.
Okay, fair enough then.
It's going to happen. They're going to get themselves together. So.
Yeah, they'll just take it over and ask you if they've got any problems.
Anna's from the Navy. She's the other member of staff.
It's sometimes each team is 3 or 4 different, 3 or 4 days different.
But we've got a lot of leaders in this one, and I think
I think there's an internal power struggle which they're going to have to sort out themselves, and it always happens. It's kind of funny to watch.
Outside, please.
We haven't figured out a name yet.
We're not having a name. We're going to be going anonymously. Therefore, no one.
If you think I'm becoming a little Hitler,
just
tell me, please. Yeah, please.
Let me just tell you.
Or if you say lighten up, John, a bit, you're getting a bit too tight-arsed. Go ahead, say it. Anything like that. I really do mean that, because that's what in our group previously that sort of thing worked.
You've got to have some authority.
You've got authority, right? And I will, if I feel that there's something that should be done, and I say to do it, I would expect something like that to be done. But at the same time, I wouldn't want everyone going around going, bastard, I'm going to kick you in the head in a minute, Amongst others in the blue group, there's Julian, who's a medical student, Barbie, she's a geologist, there's Selvin from Malaysia, he's deaf and dumb.
That was from a course it was on for deaf people or something, wasn't it? But what he actually does, George, do you remember what he does?
He's he's a stable hand.
And there's Taff from British Rail. He works on track maintenance.
I've never done any camping, Well, only when we was youngsters, that's for
I
one
live
night.
and work in London. Always have done. My parents own a pub. How the hell do they expect me to find a route up the mountain?
I think you'll find that it's going to be more work than any of you people have done in backpacking in your entire lives. It is going to be a job, and I think you're going to look on it as an extreme accomplishment just to get up to these points that you can overlook the ice cap and the glacier. I think just the view in itself is going to be worth it to most people. You got to remember that most of the people in Southern Chile have not been up here, and so for us to come down and be able to do it is quite an accomplishment.
I got blisters on my doggies, my tins hurt, my pins hurt, and I got a headache. And it's hot. I'm trekking through this rough terrain.
Is it worth it, Patrick?
Pardon?
Is it worth it?
Yeah. Just to lose a couple of pounds in weight. What's our brick bin, you know?
Gold Group can use ropes and have been sent straight towards the glacier. Our job is to try around the side of the mountain, through the forest.
Is it all right to make some tea?
We walked for about 10 miles before we found a side of the mountain that looked harmless enough, so we set up a base camp.
This is the main room of the house, which consists of a luggage compartment, sleeping bag, and place for general entertainment. And this is the built-in music centre, fully double glazed, of course, as you can see. Yes, completely. I built it. Of course it's waterproof. Is there any other information you'd like to know about maybe the garden outside? The fine view of rhubarb leaves. Actually, the only thing it does lack is an ashtray, which is a real bore. I'm about to have a fag anyway.
There is actually a reason for looking for a route up to the top. The local forestry commission want to get tourists to come down here and climb up to the glacier, so we're supposed to be looking for possible paths.
Right, we go back onto north now, I bet you. Yep.
I wonder if they know about the bamboo. Actually, it was brilliant day one, hacking at bamboo, getting out emotions. But day two,
Well, we didn't even.
the novelty starts to wear off.
Well, if that's too sheer and they're going up there,
I'm not
and
saying
the lake's been covered, the only other place is over there. Do you agree with that?
Right. So let's say that you're going to find an alternative route to the glacier. How do you think you should go about that?
Get quite a long way back
Right.
and look at it.
Right.
Looking at it from in the woods is no good. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's totally useless.
Right.
I mean, we've done that, and you can't see more than about 50 yards.
Right. If you don't find anything, will you class that as an achievement or a failure?
I wouldn't necessarily class it as, a failure or an achievement. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. But all I'm saying is that, if you think about it logically,
Yeah.
why should there be a clearing that leads to the top or anything like that? No.
Come on.
He's all right. He's understood.
All right, then let's do it. Go 20 to 11.
No, I mean, I don't mind going out for a picnic.
At home, moving from A to B is taken for granted. You're very rarely in a situation where your biggest enemy is nature.
far have you advanced in the last hour?
In the last hour,
30
about...
feet.
No, 30 metres. About 100 metres, no more than that. It's been all trail cutting for the last hour. Standing where no man has trod before.
We can't expect to do a lot with just one blunt machete, can we?
At least Taffy can go back feeling he's achieved something.
Oh yeah. What have you achieved, Taff? Well, cutting my way through this frigging bloody horrible bamboo forest. Getting bitten by leeches. Oh yeah, that's good fun, that is.
That's a real achievement, is it?
That really, well.
Spit it out. What's it really do?
Pissed me off yesterday when you said that. What have we achieved? We haven't achieved nothing. We can't even get a frigging path together.
If we succeed in finding a path, it'll be used by loads of people, because this is a national park, isn't it?
How many local Chileans have you seen walking through this national park since we've been here?
But they're opening up the area now. Think of all the roads that we've seen where it's only been recently blasted, that when we were walking onto Piawapi. So think of it now, when everyone comes down here, they'll be able to say, Operation Raleigh did this.
Taff, could this be laziness?
Yeah, could very well be. No, not laziness.
The sense of having got wet.
If you haven't got the equipment, how do they expect you to do a job? One blunt machete between two of us. What do they expect us to do? Cut a mile of it?
Do you actually think that it is healthy or a good idea to open up parts of the world like this to tourism?
Yeah.
No. I think it's a shame.
Well, you're contradicting yourself now, Barbara.
No, no.
Of course you are.
They have decided to open it up, so we're helping them.
Yeah, and you're
I don't
against
think it's
it.
the right thing to do.
What are you so enthusiastic about then?
Why do you think it's wrong, Bobby?
There's so few areas of the world that are actually still remote, where actually where no one has trod. And with problems with pollution and things, it's nice to think there are some areas that we haven't spoilt. Once we open up this one, that's all that's going to happen here.
So why are you still doing it?
Because she's a plonker.
I'm a plonker. No, because it's definitely, the decision has been made. It's being opened up, so we might as well help them all we can.
Do you think this is about actually opening the area up, or do you think it's about sort of facing you with unsolvable tasks?
They're testing us to see if we can cope with the pressure of cutting our way through here.
"10 minutes up the road from us was a Chilean couple clearing some land. There are two ways of carrying out any job. There's the Operation Raleigh way, and there's the easy way. We decided to give them a hand for the day. Geezer's wife could wield an axe 10 times better than I could. Mind you, I don't get much practice in London.
Yo por lo menos no subiría ni a palo. De ninguna manera no tenga que ir a sacar animales o tenga que ir a trabajar. Aunque yo vea que me va a dar plata, la única forma que yo fuera.
Pero ustedes trabajan mucho todo el año arriba de la montaña entonces.
Claro, todo el tiempo vamos a hacer senda para la invernada, para cortar quila, para que tengan subida los animales. Entonces nosotros no significa ni una cosa ir a subir un cerro por subirlo, no, en ningún caso. De gusto no. No nos causa ninguna novedad. Sí. Eso está para la gente que viene de Santiago, viene de otros países, eso sí.
Meanwhile, the Gold Group have succeeded in finding a path up to the glacier, and two of them have been sent back to lead us up.
We've cut out a route up through the woods into this valley here, and then we're going to go over the top onto the glacier.
What is it, bamboo forest or trees?
Yeah, bamboo. Starts off really thick bush, and then it goes into bamboo, and then it goes into bigger, thicker trees. But it's really steep the whole way up.
We're going to go up there. Basically, our group is just so unfit.
Are you going to do you want to do it your own way, or do you want to sort of follow our paths? Because obviously...
it just depends how people are handling it.
Yeah. Jim is so obsessed with getting everybody in this glacier. Is everybody in your group really keen to do that?
We're quite liberal in our group in as much that we're going to the slowest. We do. I mean, of course the group wants. We don't want to just go up there and look at the glacier and go, wow, we're going to get up there, don't we? so, back into the forest. The difference this time, though, is that one of the gold group is leading us up their path. The thing about leadership is that you've got to know what you're doing. I don't, so I'm delegating. I'm going to lead from the rear, so I can see how the group are doing.
Stop having a rest.
Oh, lovely.
Gold, this is blue, over.
Barbie's got mild hypothermia.
Gold, this is blue, over.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some. Bobby, I'm gonna give you some ice cream. Just swallow it.
Hey lad, this is blue, over.
Just swallow it and you don't chew it.
Hey lad, this is blue, over.
I think he's feeling sick, so I'll just give him this paracetamol and see how it goes later on. You have cold last night. Just gulp it down, just gulp it down.
Well, I can hear him, but when you're talking to him across me, I can't. We might be important. You stand up there and talk.
No.
If you see a rock or hear a rock, you'll hear it first. Keep looking at it. Don't just put your head down and hope it's going to miss you. Just keep looking up at it and see if you can get out of the way if it's going to come near you. Don't just curl up in a ball and hope it doesn't touch you. Can you pass that on? Right.
And we'll look at rocks. It's the feeling.
Yeah.
You must shout
But
the
the
rocks.
there's no rock's going to hit you lot down here now because they'll come straight out there. But that's why we're sitting here. But when you're actually there, just look after number one. And then the rest.
So at times like this you realise some people are just quicker, sort of more able than others. And it makes it really hard to stay together as a group. I suppose it's the same at home, really. I mean, at work, it's the survival of the fittest, isn't it? There's a sort of threshold you have to reach. And if you're below that threshold, you're a failure. And if you get above it, you're a success.
Breaking every founding known in the book.
Can we take your rucksack in there?
I can't stand upright. Hang on a sec.
Hello guys. Put the kettle on!
Good. Oh, John, well done. Never again as a martyrdom leader ever going to occur.
We arrived at the camp at the top of the mountain, where the gold group had been based for 3 days.
It really cannot express in words how f***ing heavy that
waterproofs are. Yeah, yesterday we saw, Julian and I came up and the sun had
Not
just
now,
come out.
Jonathan.
And we were down there, we were just wallowing in mud, it's amazing. We were down there, so we thought, well, knitted to this, we're coming up here, and we were just basking all afternoon in the sun. It's terrific, really excellent. Blue team are sitting right next to me at the moment, over. We will spend tomorrow wrecking the glacier.
3 days to climb the top of this mountain, and we're straight back into group politics.
Sure, you might be able to facilitate it so at least everyone gets half a day. But there is no ice until you've walked for at least kind of 2 hours or more. When are you guys coming back down? Unless we all go tomorrow. Why don't we all go tomorrow to the ice?
Yeah. Barbie, you got any qualms about us going as 2 groups tomorrow to the ice so that both groups can have a go with the crampons
and the gear?
Okay. Well, that's it.
The thing is, to get there, we're going to have to leave here by 9.
Fine.
Now, is that okay with you?
My toes are cold.
9:10 the following morning.
Why do I have to wait? I lost the sock last night. Fucking pissed off about that. I took it off. I can't look out where it went.
There's an orange one outside the tent.
Is there? Is it toweling?
Yeah.
Bollocks.
Bastard world.
I think we've blown it. The gold group have set off on a 4-hour walk to the ice. We'd better make a decision.
Boots shrunk.
Oh, John.
That's the Operation Raleigh factor. Not the end of the world.
Nobody else want to go? Okay. If I don't come back, they'll follow their footsteps. See you later.
Be all right.
Anything else from the bag?
Why do you not want to go?
It take them 4 hours and we're supposed to be back in camp in 4 hours.
Oh, God, it's not taking 4 hours to go back. They'll have been down and come back. Might take us an hour at the most.
To be honest, I think I'm too drained to even contemplate that glacier. I've had enough of playing heroes and running and pushing myself. I've made it to the top of the mountain. Just to be up here and spend a day away from everybody, it's quite enough for me.
Don't you think that sort of achieving means going through some form of hardship, tackling something that's very difficult, that you don't find easy, and it can be a different goal for different people, and Blue Group tend to set themselves lower sights simply because they believe themselves to not be as fit perhaps as the others, and therefore not to be able to achieve the same sort of standards that the others could. I believe they could. I believe all they need is a motivator, is someone to encourage them. A lot of the reason why these people are here is supposed to be because they've never had the chance before to face a challenge like this. This is their one chance to try and use leadership, or just to be a team member in pulling the whole team towards a goal, and in not achieving what he should be doing as a leader of the group. John sees his failure.
Gold team and blue team are definitely coming down tomorrow, over.
Roger, just to let you know, right now I'm looking to the west, and beyond the mountains to the west is a blue sky and what looks like there's going to be a nice sunset, so you may have some good weather coming your way, over.
That's great news, thanks, Jim, over.
Roger, I know you can't see too much over in the clouds there, but if this stuff keeps moving the way it is, sometime this evening these clouds will part for you, over. You have a good evening, and I'm trying to push these clouds out of here and give you some good weather, over.
John, get out of the picture! John!
That's really well, isn't it?
John!
Take a snowball at him.
Out of the picture.
Hey, this is worth cracking a sundry pack for.
Get out of the picture.
Oh, it's an amazing view.
You're not actually desperate to rush off and see that glacier and ice climb, are you?
No, I don't need it. I don't need to see a glacier. That doesn't bother me. To have actually got here, to see the sort of views and the sunsets like that's what makes it worth it for me. No, I don't need glaciers or anything like that, or crawl along the crampons, nah. I come here for the spectacle of it all.
What is it then about a view like that gets you?
I don't know. I mean, it's like seeing the world born and then die, all in the space of about 10 minutes.
Do you feel you've achieved or you've failed as a leader?
I don't think I did either. I don't think I failed or succeeded, really, in it. I didn't excel in it either. A bit disappointed in the group, in as much as that I tried to lead the group as I'd like to have been led, which meant I'd rather be asked rather than told to do something and take the initiative upon myself, where the group doesn't sort of work like that.
How does that help you when you actually get back in normal life?
Well, you actually get to back in normal life. I think it's just knowing other people will help you get on much easier with other people. I'm just trying to give you an example. Take work, for example. One day I'll probably end up a manager of 5 or 6 people, and then I'm going to have to tell them what to do, and they're going to have to work together. And it's highly unlikely that they'll all be identical people. In your social life as well, I mean, if you confine yourself to one small block of friends, you're going to be a pretty narrow person, whereas if you've got the ability to mix with different social circles, you're probably a much better person, much more integral person.
Yeah, but you must have the chance to mix and things at home. What is it about this situation that makes it more intense?
Well, it's more intense, isn't it? Because you're living with each other. You can't sort of get up tomorrow and think, right, I'm not going to see that person, I'm just going to split, I'm just going to go out for the day, I'm going to go and see him instead. You can't pick and choose, you're lumped in a situation, you're given tasks and you have to get on with them. And it's just interesting to see how people get on. I mean, the one thing I've noticed is there's a lot of people I like as people, but I bloody hate being in the field with them. So certain facets of their personality drive me around the bend, like greediness and selfishness. I mean, I think we all possess it, and I probably possess it as well, but I can't see it in me, but I can definitely see it in a lot of others. And that freaks me out a bit. And that's something I have to live with, which is even worse if you're leading the group. I never thought about it before, really. Mind you, I think I experienced in 10 days what I want to experience in 10 years in London.